Morning.
Very different voice to the voice that you gave yourself yesterday when you rang me up.
That wasn't me, Russell. That wasn't me.
Do you want to tell everyone what you've been doing?
Russell received a celebrity call yesterday. He's been hanging around with celebrities this week because Russell's a celebrity this week.
I am quite literally a celebrity this week. Well, what happened, Sam?
You've been knocking about with Abi Titmuss,
I haven't
right?
been knocking about with Abi Titmuss.
No.
Russell Howard, Abi Titmuss, shocker.
It was a very innocent moment. Don't. Let's not. But what happened? I was doing this thing with Rob Brydon.
This TV show, mate.
No, it's a panel show. I don't know what it's called.
It's on TV, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good fun. And he's a very funny man, Rob Brydon. He's a real show-off. He's like an uncle. He's great. He's like
You were chatting about him with Ronnie Corbett, weren't you, over drinks last
I wasn't.
week?
See, what happened, Sam, I'll explain to you, because John will leap on this. I came home and said, hey, I'll tell you what's weird, right?
It's weird.
Guess who said that she was a big fan of my work? Quite innocently, because it's quite funny, I think. And he went, I don't know, I don't care, I'm eating pot noodle, get out my face and watching darts. And I went, oh, it's interesting. And I just very gently went, Abi Titmuss, and left it at that, moved on, because it isn't
what rubbish. You phoned me up specifically.
Because it isn't a big deal. I didn't...
Here, John, who's a big fan of my work? Abi the Titmuss.
I didn't call her Abi the Titmuss.
And then you said, aren't you Abi? And she went, yes, I am.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know that you can't respect the opinion of a woman who you know has said that to John Leslie in the past.
How's Leslie taking
I'm a big fan of your work. The way you spin that wheel, I don't actually spin the wheel. Well, whatever.
That's a fair point, actually. That is... But I guess that's how you think. But by that token, that means if an audience, finds you funny, and if they've just seen, say, a comedian who wears...
Do you mean if an audience finds me funny? You having a pop, mate?
No, I'm not having a pop. I'm simply referring to, let me think what... Lancaster? No, you did very well then.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you die at a gig. You're very good.
Oh, Chippenham.
Chippenham, yeah. Oh, that was horrific.
Oh, get stuffed. You weren't even there.
Get stuffed. Somebody, look at that. Let's applaud him. That was proper BBC Six music. Ordinarily, he'd have properly gone through there, but he's told me to get stuffed. Anyway, so I made a light, sort of innocuous comment about Abi Titmuss liking me. Left it at that.
Then
right?
hung up.
I didn't hang up. And then, right, the other day I said I'd quite like an Audi TT. I get a phone call, right? I get a phone call from him that just goes, hello, it's Melanie Sykes here. Like, hello, Melanie, how are you? Not bad,
I had nothing to do with this.
Absolutely, right? And he was doing quite a good impression of Melanie Sykes, but being quite sort of luring, saying that he was going to get his floppers out, and he was doing doing a new TV show that involved decking, and for that he needed to talk to Charlie Brooks,
Dimmock.
to Charlie Dimmock. So
Not that I was there. I assume that's who she meant.
So he then pops it onto my flatmate John, who did possibly the word "Hello, Charlie Dimmock here," and he just sat there going one comment, and you're getting bullied throughout the entire house. I've been bullied all this week.
That's the new gardening show that's coming up, isn't it? Charlie Dimmock and Melanie Sykes called Tits in the Garden. I read about it in the press this week, and I believe they want you to be in the first series.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be quite a show.
Tits dicks in the garden. I've had a very weird week in general, because I've had about 5 people coming up to me, sidle up to me on tubes, just go, I'm an elf, So I've had which is from Mock the Way. I don't know if you've seen it, but it
not a big fan of it, to be honest.
Not a big fan. You've been asked to be on it. That's
I haven't.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you on.
You've tried to get me on. That's very different to me being asked to be on it.
I'd love to see you. Imagine that. How great
I believe you've been made king. No? Well, no, I said the word king 2 weeks ago, so same thing.
No, I've asked them to get you on it. How great would that be? Have John on what is supposedly a satirical show, and I'll just bait him.
Supposedly a satirical show?
Well, it's not
You're
really.
implying I'm not satirical?
No, I'm implying what I do if you and me were on a major panel show on the BBC is wind you up until you said something horrific.
Yeah. Well, ask yourself who's the only person who's sworn on this show.
Oh, get.
TV's Russell Howard.